Oh, thank Oz, today is a happy day. Because we got our final trailer for Wicked Part 2. Called the final trailer, of course, because this is the final trailer we're going to be getting for a Wicked movie. And oh my god, there's so much to say. Including, just like the previous trailer, some stuff I felt this trailer definitely should not have shown us. More stuff this time than last time, I feel. In fact, of all the Wicked trailers for both movies we've gotten, I feel like this trailer is the most spoiler-filled. So just be warned, because I'm going to be talking about some stuff. Alright, let's get started. So the final trailer for Wicked Part 2 starts off with a little bit of the song Thank Goodness.
Couldn't be happier.
That is the song that starts off Act 2 of the show, and it's a scene of Glinda receiving her bubble for the first time. Pretty funny scene, because you can tell Madame Morrible's still like, oh my god, this chick. So yeah, Act 2 of the show starts off, there's been a time jump since Defying Gravity. Since Elphaba left, Glinda the Good is a public figure now, and it's pretty much smear campaigning, you know? Everyone in the Emerald City's like, no, everything's fine. The Wicked Witch is out there doing bad stuff. And meanwhile, Elphaba Throp is just fighting the good fight for the animals. She really is on the side of good. She's trying to tell the people our wizard is lying, and we see how much bigger this movie is in scale and scope. Oh my god. They're really going all out with the visual effects in this one, which I love. This is the biggest version of Wicked that they could make this story, which is what it deserves. We see how things have changed. The train that used to be emerald green is now Glinda pink. The yellow brick road is now open. The Lullaby League is in play. Looks like it anyway. That made me laugh. It was pretty funny. Where's the Lollipop Guild? And we come to this confrontation between Elphaba and Glinda.
You can wave that wand all you want, but you have no real power.
This is a pretty important scene. I mean, granted, there are a lot of really important scenes in Act 2 of Wicked, but this is definitely one of them. I'm not going to say when in this story it takes place, since honestly it's kind of obvious. But we see the two of them starting to fight. I'm hoping the scene is going to be an epic one. And yeah, Dorothy's house has landed. I love when we see it flying through the sky with that cyclone. Oh my god, that looked awesome. Big change is coming to the land of Oz indeed. So I love the fact that in what I call the cat fight scene, Dorothy's house in the background is really boring looking and like monotone. Kind of fits with the whole original Wizard of Oz movie vibe. You know, the sepia tone and all that, 1939. Story takes place in the early 1900s, so it would be a boring looking wooden farmhouse. I love that attention to detail. And once again, we hear a little bit more of No Good Deed. I'm glad this trailer didn't spoil too much of that song. For those who are not as familiar with it as I am, it's so good, dude. Seriously, Cynthia Erivo, I can't wait to hear her version of it. It's gonna be so epic. There's a point where we see Elphaba walking among these animals in cages, and we remember in Wicked Part 1, she had this vision a couple of times of Dr. Dillamond in a cage, unable to speak. I feel like here in Part 2, this is where we're gonna see that, and it's gonna be a really heartbreaking scene. I mean, I know what happens in that context. I'm not gonna spoil it here, though, don't worry. It's good stuff, though. We see more of the inner conflict with Fiyero. Again, he's captain of the Emerald Guard here now, and he's conflicted.
You can't resist this.
Who could?
You know who could.
And again, just like the last trailer, this one spoils where his loyalties really lie, which is with Elphaba. Again, I would have rather these trailers didn't show that. Because not only do we see that again in this final trailer, but we even see one little snippet, one shot of As Long As You're Mine, which is another great song from Wicked, man. This scene's gonna be great. There are really heavy implications depending on how it's done on stage here. These Wicked movies being rated PG, I'm not sure how far they're gonna go, but I hope they go as far as they can. Just saying. These Wicked movies have held nothing back so far. Why start here? We see a little bit of what I'm sure is going to be the March of the Witch Hunters scene, which we also saw in the last trailer. I just didn't mention it. I love the one guy carrying the bucket of water that says melt her. I heard her soul is so unclean, pure water can melt her. The angry mob after the Wicked Witch of the West. Tensions are certainly rising here in Oz, and it really all comes down to Elphaba and Glinda. It's them and the relationship they have that will change this world for good. And there are some pretty great moments with them in this trailer.
Here's the plan. I have no plan.
Well, I do.
Oh, thank Oz.
I love it. And then we get towards the end of this trailer, and this is where the really spoilerish things come in. So if you really don't want to know, leave now, because I'm about to talk about them. I mean, I'm not going to give anything more away than this trailer does. I'm just saying, though. So we get a real face reveal of the Tin Man.
What have you done to me?
Who looks great design-wise, oh my goodness. Just absolutely stellar prosthetics. And the intricacy and the details, it's really good. And we still can't really tell who this is. Some guy going, what did you do to me? There are implications there, of course, and of course, I know what the context of this is. Just again, I'm not gonna spoil it for you in case you don't know, but I absolutely love it. Another shot of the Cowardly Lion here. Oh my god, the poor little Flufo. I still want to give him a big old hug and tell him everything's gonna be okay. Still not sure who's gonna be voicing him though. I never thought about that. Now I'm really curious. We see Nessa Rose floating up in the air here. This is another really important scene. And there's so much I could say here, but I can't because there's a lot of spoilers involving this scene. But from what we see here, it looks like her silver shoes are glowing red. And that's pretty much all I can say here. Trust me though when I say this scene is a big one. One shot I'm just gonna straight up breeze over is where we see Elphaba with the scarecrow. Alright, moving on. Seriously, why did they show that? And finally, there's this shot of a shadow of Dorothy with Elphaba's broom. And I heard that John M. Chu said that Dorothy is not so much gonna be a character in this film as much as she's gonna be just a presence, like she is in the show, which honestly kind of bummed me out. Cause like I said in my video about the last trailer, I was hoping that she would be more of a presence, more of a character in this movie. I was kind of hoping that this would be partially a remake of The Wizard of Oz, so it can be more of the complete story of what happened here. But I do understand, you know? This isn't Dorothy's story, it's Elphaba and Glinda's. Dorothy's just something else going on, kind of. She's really more or less just an inconvenience for everybody, which is actually kind of funny. But nevertheless, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays into this story in this movie. Cause in the end, Wicked Part 2 is still, of course, my most anticipated movie of 2025. One could argue most anticipated movie of my entire life. At this point, I can't say anything I haven't already said. The actual truth of what happened in the Land of Oz, told to its highest potential. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's gonna differ from the stage show, because given that Act 2 is like an hour long, and this movie's gonna be, what'd they say, 2 hours and 18 minutes, there's gonna be 2 extra new songs here. They revealed in the soundtrack. Elphaba's got a new song called No Place Like Home, and Glinda's got a new song called Girl in the Bubble. I do have faith in these new songs, simply because, hey, did you watch Part 1? Yeah, was it awesome? Yeah, so I got faith that Part 2 is gonna be just as good, if not possibly even better. I'd like to say I'm ready for this, but the truth is, I'm never gonna be completely prepared for what lies in store here. I'm ready to weep. That's what I'm ready for, especially with this scene.
Just look at me. Not with your eyes, with theirs.
Yeah, none of us are gonna be really ready to be changed for good. So, the final trailer for Wicked Part 2. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And if you have any more theories or predictions as to what's gonna go down in this movie or how it's gonna go down, this would be the place to voice them. So whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!